Hello folks, it's Mark from the Edinburgh Model and Man Cave. How are we all? This is now Tuesday and probably the second day summer in Scotland. Absolutely roasting, up to 23 degrees. Not very good if you're a greenkeeper working in this, but sunburnt in the back of the neck with sitting on the machine, etc, etc. But just a quick update on everything I've been building, and it's been a lot. New kits to show, new builds to show, and a diorama that has been started and getting through. So I think the first thing we'll do is talk about the Bomber Command group build on the Officer's Mess and the Saturday Night Crash crew. I started off doing the Revell 172 Dam Busters one. I got halfway through it and just lost all my confidence in it, or they say mojo. It's still in its box. I can see it for here right now. It's still in its box, not doing much. So what I decided as an apology and for letting everybody down, because I wanted to contribute something, I got myself, and lovely Amazon artwork was absolutely amazing, the Ming Tudun Lancaster. As you can see, artwork is absolutely beautiful. Good show, Amazon. You're doing a cracking job. So it's that. The wee Tudun one. I thought I could get this easily done. It's a simple kit. Literally a simple kit. As you can see, instructions on the back. That's how many sprues there are. But knowing me, I had to take it a wee bit further. So I started it. Here it is. What I've done is, I've done this last night. I'll take all the bits out. Obviously it's not a Dam Busters one because it's got the turret on the top. Bottom, NATO black. I did use different shades of black on it. I used rubber black, and I used NATO black, and I used semi-gloss black, but it didn't look right at all. It just looked a mishmash of different colours, so I just primed it again and repainted it. There's a wee bit of rubbish right in there, it got stuck, but I'm not going to bother because it's good. But that's the main frame. All done. This is what I done last night. I done the camel last night and weathered it. What I done is I used, I think it was flat earth and dark green, and what I used is black green to do the darks and shadows, and used a bit of buff in the flat green to lighten up rather than white. The wings came out quite nice. Pre-shade came out quite nice as well. So I've done that. They're painted, as you see. That's the wheel struts. Glass work. Wheels just need to be painted rubber black. I've done them. Now they're saying the propellers are meant to be gun metal, but I'm not going to do them gun metal. What I might do is take them off and put a wee bit of yellow on them, on the tips. Bombs have been primed. Everything's been primed. As I say, the propeller's been primed. So it's just in the back wheel. So that's that. Hopefully I'll have that done by the end of this week, and I'll put it towards the group build, and I won't feel as bad as letting folk down, because there has been a couple of folk who have entered it and done absolutely some stunning kits. I just felt bad about entering something, and I just couldn't get any enthusiasm to do it at all. I will go back to it sooner or later, but there was other things to do, so that's my contribution. So it's my apology. Next, I went to Wonderland Models on payday, as you do, and got a couple of kits, and the first one I got is this. Sorry for the gloss with the lights.
The ZVAT T3485. Absolutely lovely kit, and guess what? On that day I've got it, I started it. And I'll show you how far I've got. Oh. There you go. Drivetrain all done. The only problem is I mucked up with them. You can see how one's slightly out. I wasn't paying attention and I glued them the wrong way. I tried to put a bit of battle damage chips and all that in it by using the sander, but it never really worked out that great. So I might just smooth them down. I tried to do the same here. I tried to do a battle damage with that, bend them a bit, but the plastic's a bit brittle and it didn't come out. The only thing I had to fill was this, the only thing. There was a huge, that doesn't line up at all. So I did a bit of sprue glue. I'll flatten it down. Nothing major, because you're not going to see that, so everything else fitted fine. Just a wee bit there. Everything fitted fine. You got a wee bit of mesh, turret. I'll show you what it goes at there. As I say, it's a one-piece barrel, which is no seams, which is great. I was going to get a metal one, but the kit cost me a whole £24. And I'm like, I just want a quick, easy tank build. I didn't want any fancy. That fits in there. That. Long way mark. Get it in. Yeah. Go. I'll fit it on. Tracks are link and length, so it's going to be quite easy. It builds up to be a lovely kit. The decals and all that. There's the rugby wheel. There's the tracks, that's not even opened. So that'll be quite an easy fit. That goes in the front. Like that. And that's supposed to connect there like that. So it's a lovely kit. I wanted some armour. I think I am turning into a bit of an armour modeler at the moment. My love for planes and other things are starting to go south. But that's a really good kit. As I say, there's the schemes you get. The usual white stripe. And the other one, I don't know what one to go for. I think everybody's done a T3485 in this colour, in this coordination, and I'll probably not be the last person to ever do a T3485 with a white stripe. So it's either one or the, I don't know, it's only the change of the number really. But I've been watching Night Shift on how many variations of olive green you can do. I might do that. I know it says it's, I think it's khaki eye. But we'll see. How many colours of khaki can you get? It's just the tonal variation will have to be good. I think when I do the primer, I think I'm going to do the black with the white, the grey on top. And if you get a bit of overspray or underspray, it'll create a shadow. So that's what I'll do with that to break up the tonal difference. Obviously, I'm going to highlight some stuff and all that, but it's a quick build. I don't think there's any parts because I am actually on. Yeah, I'm on 15. There's only there you go. I'm on 15 and there's only one more to go, and that's it. That's it. But for £24, absolutely beautiful kit. Highly recommend. I've been told it is a great kit. So if you're looking for an armour kit, a Russian armour, and you want something on pocket money and not that dear, go for that one. And the good thing about it, they do Tamiya colours, so you know this, mixing this, mixing that. So that's one I got. The other one I got at a bargain. I got this for £30. Is the AFV Club, the scimitar, which comes with a metal barrel. Quite a small kit for £135 compared to other things that I've got. There you go. Comes with a bit of 40H and a metal barrel. And it comes with the UN. The instructions are pretty simple. I'll say that for the kit. It's basic, not even any colours or anything like that, so I might do a wee bit of research on, but the instructions are clear and how to do things, obviously. So hull first, wheels. So it is quite an easy kit. But for £30, Amazon were selling this for £39. Nice detail. As I say, it's quite a small kit, considering that a T34 is a lot bigger than that, and this is what the same size. So this will be my next project after the T34. We'll be building this. I haven't seen a couple of folk building it. Here's the schemes you get, the UN. I'm not very keen on that because it looks like somebody's built that, and I don't like the white, so I might do that because I have got that colour. I think it's either the desert yellow or it's going to be the same colour as what I did in my Husky. So for 30 notes, not bad. If I could get flags like that, something like that, that would be good. But yeah, sorry to go back on things. That's the only catch. Rubber tracks. You can get metal tracks for it, but they're about £16. And I'm saying to myself, is it going to be really worth it? It's only a fun kit. I'm not going to put it for, it's only for me, building for me. It's not for building for any competitions. So I might just stick with the rubber tracks. We'll see how I feel. I've also heard the tracks that you do get that are separate come off quite easy. Now, the problem with the main kit, I think it was the whippet. Every time you touched them, they just broke apart. There would just be connections. The other thing I got was this, the Revell 144 Tomcat. I seen somebody building this on Facebook. He had it in his palmy's hand and it looked like an absolutely lovely little kit. So I think this was on about £8. It does come with swivel wings. Lovely little kit. And I have got, if I get it out, and if I can find it, here you go. Light grey Vallejo. So I have got the paint for it. So that's going to be just a wee fun project. I'm not going. It's just going to be straight out the box, build. I'm not going to do anything fancy. The good thing about it is somebody mentioned on the Saturday Night Crash, does it have like 110 decals and stencils? No, that's it. So it's going to be a pretty simple build because I'm not very keen on tons of decals. I don't like decals. I don't like doing decals. I get bored very easily. That's why half of my kits end up back in the box. I get to the decal stage, get bored and go, nah, I'm more like into the building and painting and that's it. Or weathering. So that's another wee cheap kit that I'm going to do. Hopefully I'll have more success with this one than I did with the Eurofighter. But this is slightly larger, so the paint might not be as bad. The Husky. I'll bring this in picture because it's rather fragile at the moment. The weathering stage is near enough complete. I've got a couple of other things to do on it. I'll take it out. What I've done is, the doors are just set in place. I seen that online. Somebody in some battalion put taxi written on their on the front of it with the cannon, is the machine gun is, and I thought it was quite charming. So I stuck it on. I masked it off. They done it very crudely with a paintbrush, so I tried to get the same. Sorry, the brush. Tried to get the same, but the mask, like it's been painted on. Covered it in the original paint, which was the British sand yellow, and a wee bit of buff and red brown. Nothing's glued in yet. The doors are not glued in yet. Done the weathering on the doors, bit of red brown with buff over it. I'm going to highlight the bolts with a bit of buff. I've still got the levers to put in here. I also used Mr. Metallic's dark iron, which is buffable everywhere, and you buff it up and it comes with like a shine. It gets worn out and that bit fell off because I've not glued it on. Put it in the box for safety. All the edges, scratch marks. I never done a lot of weathering. I wasn't going to, because I just wanted it's maybe a couple of weeks in service, maybe a month. That's about it. I've still got to do all the storage to it. Got to put a wee bit of grey around this to dry brush it, emphasise, or a wee bit of sand on it. That just fits in place. As I say, the doors come off. This is the only time the doors are there. So the doors come off. They just fit in place. I'm thinking of making a wee vignette for it because I think it needs it to show it off. But as I say, I've got the lights to put on. The glass is all done because they just fit in place. So they're clear, and I see ones that are clear, and I also see Huskies that looks like maybe there's a dark tint to it. So I don't know if I should put some smoke on in the inside. The only problem is if you get a bit of rubbish out your airbrush and something, you're going to notice it. So I might just leave them clear. I've got the machine gun to paint. As I say, I've got storage, I've got the oil cans and water cans to do. I've got a wee bit of masking off here to do. I've got it's just all wee bits and bobs now. I need to paint that because that's a sensor. That needs to get painted the same colour and a red dot in it. Again, they bits weren't on the proper war one. They were flat down because they were meant to be infrared sensors for the targeting, but they don't. It's only on training vehicles, so I took them off and just smoothed them out and just put the plates in. So it might not be accurate. I know some of them have just got a flat roof. There were big massive square holes in there to fill, and I wasn't able to the hassle of putting putty, sink marks, so I just did. All the decals are on, as you can see. All the decals are on. I will a wee bit of oil stain there. Apart for that, I'm about 95% done. I've just got to glue everything because everything's just snapped in place. They still come off. They come off. The back comes off. So does that. See? So everything's just fit in place at the moment. So we're 95%, but I might do a vignette for that. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to rush with this. I'd rather take my time because I'm going to get good comments about it. I don't want to ruin it. You know, you get to the last stage, you didn't want to rush it, and you end up bodging it. So that's me on that. The other thing I've done is a diorama for the Tamiya 88mm German gun. If I bring this over, because it weighs a ton, if I can fit in shot. Here we go. It's a A3 picture frame. What I've done is I used polyfiller on it for the first layer, smoothed it off. The second layer I made it slightly thicker with a bit chunky because I wanted to keep the like piles of sand. It sunk a wee bit in there. You can see there, sunk a wee bit in there, but I'm not going to put this. Time you put sand in it, I'm not going. Again, this is for me to learn. It's not a competition model. It's for me. It's a fun project. I've wanted to do a diorama, so you learn how you. More practice you get, the better you get. So that's how I see. The rocks, from a garden. They're actually grey slate that I use PVA glue to stick on. I got ones that looked similar that would join like it's been crushed, like there. Like here, it's all been crushed, so I moved them about. Sprayed the whole thing with Mr. Surfacer Black. Then I got light grey at an angle. So as you can see all the highlights. So when I'm spraying it, I'll take a photograph of this with the camera, spray it the sand colour, then I'll look at the photograph I've taken and I'll see where the highlights are. So when I'm spraying it, I can put maybe a lighter buff or something like that to highlight these. It gives it a more depth look. The other thing I got delivered was vegetation from this company, Diorama Elements. I got it for eBay. Now these are self-adhesive, but I'll probably end up sticking them with PV glue just in case, or super glue, and they look absolutely lovely. So there you go. So there's a couple for that. The other thing I got was resin sandbags. I've got a couple of them from these guys. I'll put it. Red Dog models, fine resin, eBay again. Here's one in my bag, in a box. I say, I got the Tamiya ones. If I have the Tamiya ones, yes I do. These cost me £7, the same price as the resin ones, so wait you see these. Look at that. And how you start, they're supposed to start them, is that totally unnatural. I tried to put them in hot water to see if I can bend them. They will not bend. They might look alright on tanks and all that. As you can see, I've got the other ones, as I say. You get two of the sets, same. As you can see, I'll bring it in a wee bit more closer, let you see it. There you go. There's no comparison. I was truly disappointed with these. They're just lumps of plastic, absolutely useless. You cannot do anything with them. They just didn't. You would have to fill them with putty, then try and manipulate them to make them sag, and well, lesson learned. I know there's folk that use milliput, and I've not got the experience to build that. Raise it back up again. Not got the experience to do that, so I've got the resin ones, which I think, time I put them spread out like that, just something like that. I mean, I'll put the gun, because a kind friend on Facebook, his name's called Clive, I'm not going to say his full name just in case everybody goes, oh, give me something. Give me posted me the trumpeter metal barrel, and with a slight modification, I managed to get it fitted. So with these sandbags measured up, as I'm saying, with the guys, the 9 characters that I've got to paint, that'll be fun. Put it down a wee bit so you can see it. True Spielberg camera work at its best. That, I've got to clean up this bit. This bit was a nightmare. I had to draw that out. It's not, that really should have been up there, but I can't get any further. Again, a fun project for me. If the rivet counters want to moan about it, go ahead, moan. Do I care? No. Somebody said to me, you build models for yourself, not for others. And build it for me. If I think it's good and I'm happy with it, that's it. I've still got a wee bit more work to clean up there and there. It does raise, not the best. It's supposed to catch in there. You see a wee bit of toothpick? It's supposed to catch that wee runner. That wee runner has got a bent every time you do it. So what I'm going to do is find out what angle the gun would be at. There must be some information to find out what angle would it be at. If I can find the angle, I can just go in place, and that'll be done. I didn't really like having it like that. I would have preferred if it's like that. I built a bike. The bike it went on. I think the bike would look totally odd with it. As I say, I've still got the 9 figures to put together and paint, because that'll be fun. So that's the Tamiya 88mm gun diorama. That's how far I've got on with it. And I think that is me. I have nothing else. the other thing is on the Plastic Posse podcast, they're doing a Spitfire build for Tamiya 148th or the Edward. I have the Edward on order. I'm waiting on it getting posted. The only problem I've got with the Edward is it's got the new Edward decals that you remove the film off after you've placed it. So that'll be fun to do. That's going to be straight out of the box. I'm not going to get after it because you get everything with the profile pack. I've already got the Tamiya Mark 1 Spitfire, the new 2-1. That's actually painted, decal. That just needs to be put together. I might do that fresh out the box. No weathering at all. Keep it nice and clean. I have 2 new stickers. If you want to follow these guys. If I move it up. Move it up. It's not going to go. There we go. Total Skill Models. Just Making Conversation podcast. Making Models. Model Officer's Mess. Model Making Trucker. Dexter's Crafter. The other one I've got is up in the top here. It's Lisa's Craft Station. It's called the Craft Station. She's on tonight. If you want to check her out. Diamond art. Any craft. As I say, don't be a dafty. Get crafty. That's how I say it. So at the end I will put out shout outs to the people who have supported me on this channel, who have helped me get through. As I say, I'm still at my comfort zone to this. I'm trying to keep it once a week. It's not the best production, I know, but I'm getting there. So for the next video, please, I'm on 88 subscribers. I would love to get 100. Because my laddie's on 178 and I'm on 88. So if you please like and subscribe, tell folk, add them. I'm just an average modeler, do models, giving you the pitfalls and what I do and all that. I very much encourage people to show their models on Facebook and groups and all that. Don't be scared. Nobody's going to be a critic. If they are a critic, they be nasty. So for the next time, see you all later.